All right, all right, all right. It's time, my friends. Welcome to Bets for Breakfast. On today's show, I'm going to make a bunch of bets. We're going to talk some parlays, run lines, money lines. We've got player props. We're going to use the EV optimizer, sharp money radar, and the DFS optimizer. And of course, we're going to look at the new projection set and see what we can cook up for today, April 29th. We've got NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs. And of course, we've got another 10 to 15 MLB games, it seems like every single day. Time to make money, my friends. Let's get paid. Let's cue the music and all that good stuff and get going. Second, my friends, just setting it up. Let's go. Get that music off. Someone turn it off. Producer, turn it off. Thanks, producer. I'm thanking myself. Your guy does not have a producer. I am me, myself, and I back here behind the camera, unfortunately for you all. We're going to talk about the past couple days. Just looking at my show notes here. Past couple days, I've also got a DM going on with one of my developers. So, as usual, I am live trying to make you money for an hour here while I am also doing my morning work. And that's just kind of how we roll here on this show. It's not a huge production on my end. Literally just trying to line your pockets. VIB tools link right here, mysberryedge.com. Give that bad boy a look. You're going to be happy with what you find and what you see. So we had two more plays yesterday that we had to discuss. This was April 27th, a live show. We went 12-2 so far, 10-2 after the Tuesday. No, it was a Monday. We woke up Tuesday morning and hit resolve all, and bang, we saw it go 10-2. Two more came in last night. That was VJ Edgecombe and Derek White. Both of those cashed. Tonight, we have LeBron James over 7.5 rebounds over 7.5 assists, and under 7.5 rebounds are alive for tonight. So when I hit resolve all tomorrow morning, these two will resolve. We could go up from 8.66 units or down from there. We shall see. Yesterday's live show went 5-5 so far. We still have 6 bets on tap. Some of them are for tonight for hockey. Some are for NBA. And then I think 1 or 2 are actually for Friday night's games or Thursday night's games. So we won't have a conclusion for how we did on Tuesday's show for a couple of days, unfortunately. But listen, that's kind of how it rolls once it's playoff season. We're also going to take a look at some new edges I have found within the model because of this new tracker tool. This thing is so freaking cool. I can't even get over it. This angle right here has been incredible. I've gone back. How many days is this? 12 days. I just arbitrary date. I just wanted to go back what I thought was 2 weeks, but I guess my math is off. So over the last 12 days, this hits allowed overs on the projections whenever they say final. Okay, that's very, very specific. We have this lineup lock column. When they say final, or excuse me, when they say yes, anything yes with an A+, A-, and B+, 49 and 21 player props. Yesterday, I posted all 6 that were final. Those 6 went 4 and 2. Pretty freaking cool. I'm absolutely loving this. We hopefully have this tool live for you today. I think you'll really enjoy it. This quick button thing up here where you can click like strikeouts, all A's, unders, total bases, all A's, unders, and you want to change things. You're like, well, what if it's just like B+ only is showing up today? How are B pluses? Or walk A's, overs? Okay, those have been pretty good. There's been 2 losing days, a few days where they're 1-1, 2-2, 1-1, and then a bunch of other green days. I mean, you literally can do whatever you want. You can change the sample sizes, how many days we're looking at. Totally up to you. All right. Totally up to you. You can mess with the markets. You want to look at overs versus unders. How have earned runs been? Earned runs market over the last 10 days. Touch and go. Different letter grades, blah, blah, blah. So we put this in there. And why am I bringing this up? Because yesterday I posted 6 money line picks and 7 run line picks. And I'm going to show you. Here's how they finished. People were very happy inside Discord. And I just told them, I just took this from the new tool. Run lines went 5 and 2. Money lines 6 and 0. A straight up sweep, my friends. Straight up sweep. All 6 straight odds viable plays too. What I did is I left off them Dodgers, which choked hard. Left off the Dodgers. Going back to, I believe we made our adjustments on the 12th for the money lines. And I just want you to see. So again, you can, let's go money lines. You can mess with this and you'll see the differential versus the baseline. And since the 12th, when we adjusted our tool or adjusted our models for like updated information after the first 2 weeks. Again, I told everybody it takes like most pitchers, you need about 3 starts before you get some decent metrics and data for modeling. And the money lines so far, when you put the minimum win probability percentage at 60% or higher, those are 65 and 38. And if you look here, there's been 3 red days. There's been 1-2 days where it went 2 and 2. And then everything else, you're looking at 6 and 0, 5 and 3, 6 and 3, 6 and 1, 4 and 2, 3 and 0, 4 and 2, 3 and 1, 2 and 1, 6 and 2, 5 and 2, 5 and 3. Right? You are looking at so many really good days, including yesterday. And what I mean by the percentages is, let me drag over the photo. So this is only a portion of the model. It's also going to be a little blurry because I'm taking a screenshot from yesterday's screenshot. Okay. But anyways, anytime you see this on the model, it says confidence and it's over 60%. That's what I'm talking about. So Braves, Brewers, Mets, Blue Jays, Reds, Dodgers, Cubbies. I believe the Yankees ended up over 60% by last night before lock, and they cashed as well. Baltimore, another one that I believe was right on the border, like 58, 59%. They cashed, they won. So very simple. We highlight it for you. But this is freaking awesome, man. This is really good. And then run lines. Check this out. So, yeah, 60% or higher has been fantastic, right? I mean, really, really good. However, I yesterday filtered to 70%, and they're even better. And then I went to 80%, and they're 6 and 0. And yesterday had 2 80% plays. They went 2 and 0. So, how would I ever know this if you didn't have a tool that highlighted this for you? So that's what we're doing. We're making this. We want it to be on the site today. So anybody, mysparryedge.com users, members, you all will have this opportunity to use this tool potentially by later today. It depends on what the developers can finish off and make sure that everything's running smoothly. So anyways, I just wanted you to know it's there. I will be using it again to post picks for people inside Discord. If you're inside my Discord as a member, I will post little lists today. It'll be helpful. I'm not going to do it forever, but it's very much to get you guys going when that tracker app is not on the site yet. You will find it under this projections tab. So projections, it'll say player, game, tracker, and you'll just be able to hop in the tracker and just goof around with that at any time you'd like. All right. All right, let's get to work. Let's make a bunch of bets, see if we can find some good trends, talk some projections. We'll do that at the end of the show. There's a lot of different things we can look at. It's been absolutely amazing, and I don't want to leave any, money on the table. Here's another one. Oh, it popped up again. Let's actually quickly look at it. Lords, hold on, I forgot. I usually zoom into 200% or so right around here because people on mobile just kind of kicking back on their screens. All right. So Lourdes Gurriel Jr. for the Diamondbacks on the road against the Brew Crew. He's been bad this year. He's been bad. Limited time. I believe he came off the injury list. He's just not getting it going yet. It's not looking that good. And the total basis has been nice to target to the under so far. And yesterday we got those odds minus 146 or something like that. So unfortunately, garbage odds today, out of the picture for me. And despite it being there, it's just not in play. So maybe we'd look at hits, runs, RBIs next. Probably look at that to see how we're doing and then go from there. So A+ unders have been good, but I want you to realize that these change dramatically. You have to wait. Honestly, I would not touch a single projection bet for some of the higher end things because I want to see, and here's what makes it difficult. So MLB games sometimes start like today. It looks like they start, what were the games? Games start at 1 o'clock, right? And they run through 9 o'clock. So, if you're waiting to bet on the Yankees game at 2:35, you won't get the Yankees and Rangers lineup till 12-ish, 12:30. Shortly after that happens, we'll confirm and final run through of projections, probably around 1 p.m. It happens hourly, like at the 5 minutes before the hour, every hour, something like that. And that means, Rangers, Yankees, 12:20 confirmed lineups. So you'll get final projections for them around 1 o'clock. Then and only then would I feel confident in running out Ryan McMahon under 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs as an A bet, so on and so forth. So take a look at the projections. I think they're fine to look at it in the morning, but I think you certainly want to lock them in later when you get confirmations. Like Tyler Glass now, oh my gosh. Okay, so here's one to keep your eye on. Player props, Ks, unders. The A's, now they do not pop up a lot. They just don't pop up a lot. And on the season, they're 40-17. Here they are. Okay. On the season, A bets are 40-17 to the under. That's A+, A, and A-. And today, we have an A. Tyler Glass now. Minus 1.5 differential under, and it's an A bet. A clear-cut play of the day. Tyler Glass now under 7.5 strikeouts. Now, again, this is not final. And it's going to be sweaty. I mean, even at 7.5, he's been over twice. He's flirted with it twice with 7 and 6 the other time. So, geez, good luck. Buckle up. Deep linked odds right here. Sweaty, very sweaty. However, nothing's final yet. This game's at 3 o'clock. We'll get final projections an hour or two prior. So, you'll have an answer for is this elite or not in the next probably 4 hours. Just got to hang tight. But put things like this on your radar. Same with the hits for the overs. So the overs, check this out. Here's another great example. And I know I meant to go over to the optimizers, but I'm following the breadcrumbs. The overs for hits allowed have been freaking awesome. And they've only gotten better recently too, as weather's warming up. Teams are getting hot. Problem is today, no A+, no A, no A-, no B+ picks. And yesterday I posted those. They went 4-2. Let's check out how the B's gone. Just B, just plain old B, 20-14. As we go down the letter grades, I would hope to see the win percentage go down with it. And today, the best over for hits we have is only a B. However, lineups have not been confirmed. Sometimes what ends up happening too is these lines, they'll move and something will go from a B to an A. And that happens frequently before the lineup's locked. Why? Because let's say Gavin Williams' odds are 4.5. Line is at 4.5 hits allowed, but the juice right now is to the under, and then it moves to 3.5. If it moves to 3.5, Gavin Williams then would end up having a 1.5 differential, which ends up maybe being an A, and the over 3.5 hits before 1 o'clock start time ends up being one of the plays of the day. So that's another thing is, some of the line movement will adjust dramatically what these letter grades are and what will or will not be in play. Like Sandy Alcantara, literally our projections are in line with his strikeout prop right now. But what if his line moves to 5.5? Well, now we're projecting him for 4.5. Okay, that's 1 under. That's probably going to end up being a pretty good play. What if his line moves to a 3.5? And then Sandy Alcantara at 3.5 strikeouts, we're projecting for 1 higher, ends up being a great play. And how are we looking right now? Fairly even odds on both sides, maybe a little lean to the over at 4.5. So probably not going to move to 5.5, but you never know. But you would understand the concept, and that's what I'm hopefully getting you to take away here. All right. 175 people locked in, nice and early, ready to rock, and I am too. Today's show going to be similar to yesterday. We're going to bang out as many picks as we can. Now, remember, I'm going to remove my dome here. You have the bookmakers over here. I have Prize Picks and Underdog selected for the Plus EV Optimizer, and I showed you yesterday. You throw on Novig, you throw on BetMGM, you're going to have I don't even have NHL selected. I have NBA and MLB. I don't think I'll select NHL until we connect our stats API to the My Bets page because I hate manually looking for results. Okay. Hold on. I can respond to a dev. All right. Okay. So I've got these markets. Here they are. If you want to copy my filters and use these, MLB, NBA label, and then I have no over, under selected. Yes, no. I just have everything. EV percentage or higher. I've left it. I just want to see everything. Fair odds band. I did not set one up, but I know some people set this up religiously down here. Also, the helpful hints button. You just click inside the filter button on mobile too. You'll see it the same way. This is what it looks like. I'm going to have little tutorial videos, like 60-second videos. I just need to take a day away from doing live shows so that I can record things in the morning to make those tutorials, but I keep going live. So here we are. You've got some great opportunities. And one thing I want to look for when you are, here, I'm going to zoom in even more. All right. Zooming in big time for you. 200%. You ready? When you have, and I guess my face can go back up. I'm not blocking anything now. When you have these types of opportunities, right? We know we're getting a 10.3% edge on Novig this morning. One thing I want to know is, well, what the heck is the limit? Some of these apps out there are showing you this is a great EV per play, and then you go to the play and there's $4. You're betting $4 on it. Like, that's trash. So what we've done is we devigged the line for you across all the sports books we have access to, and then we're showing you what the edge is specifically at plus 123 over here on Novig. You got a $679 limit that you could bet on this play. And if you pay attention, you will actually find, and maybe it's not here on this play specifically right now, but you will actually find that a lot of the time, and this is crazy, I love this view right here because it shows you really all of them. You will actually find sometimes that some of these plus EV plays end up being on alternate lines, which I absolutely love. We'll save this one for tracking. I love finding those alternate line plays because, goodness gracious, they just provide so much value. And I mean, tremendous value. Here's one right here. Let's look at, I bet you his line, if I click on Tariq Skubal, is probably 17.5. And I'm so zoomed in. Hold on. Let me zoom out a little bit. 17.5. All right. So $3 at 17.5. And about $9 at 18.5. He's hit the over 2 of 6 games last season. He absolutely did well on this line. Previous year, similar. It's not like he can't do it. He's got the upside for days, and we're getting a plus 170. Now, here's the deal. Novig, only $29 liquidity. ProfitX right now, 428. plus 152 fair odds. You know, you can look at some of these garbage books here, and you're just getting insane value there. So when you're dabbling in plus 170s, plus 125s, plus 152s, you don't need to win as many. The old 5-2 green check mark, irrelevant. You really only need to focus on what is your return on your investment, your ROI. Essentially, what the percentage of the EV is, if you played those bets 100 times, 1,000 times, right? If you played 100 of these Matt Olson singles, a rule of thumb is essentially what the EV percentage is your expected value on your bet. So you could look at this and be like, well, I bet this 100 times. I could look at about an 8% ROI. Now, there's going to be a lot of variance in smaller sample sizes. You do it 1,000 times, you're going to be a lot closer to that 8%. 10,000 times, definitely going to be super close to that 8%. 10 times? I don't know, y'all. You could do that 10 times and go 10-0. Doesn't mean it's going to happen forever. You could do that same exact bet 10 times, and that Olsen 8% move just now while I'm talking about it. You could do that bet 10 times and go 5-5 and walk away and be like, plus EV betting doesn't work. I can't fix everybody. You need to understand that plus EV betting is very much a long-term volume-based game. Drake Baldwin to have a single today. I mean, shoot, you're paying a minus 159 DK. By the way, these DVIG lines, minus 132 fair odds. That's both sides of this line. Drake Baldwin to have a single, minus 105 on BetMGM. And I'm telling you right now, I do not leave BetMGM and NoVig on for these live shows because there are so many plays. I mean, it is relentless, the amount of volume you have. Drake Baldwin has had a single in 70% of his games this year. And you're giving this to us, whatever it was, plus odds, 30 cents better than what the industry is giving us. I mean, just an absolutely phenomenal play. Drake Baldwin over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs has been one of my favorite plays this year. We project him for 2.44 hits, runs, RBIs, and A+ over. Hey, how have A+ overs gone? I mean, now you're kind of seeing how my brain works. A+ overs this season. Last 10 days, 54.7%. So you've got a break-even odds of like 50, we'll say 53% at like a minus 115-ish. It's like 52.6%. So as long as you're getting better in about a minus 120, you're sitting at a nice dub. On top of that, take away yesterday's garbage 9-16 day, and goodness gracious, this is a much better output. 89-65, that would be at probably close to about a 58%. So one bad tank job here, and you've been doing quite well. I mean, last 30 days, a better sample size, 59% of these bets. And again, like a couple of, tough days in there, but man, you're getting a whole bunch of green days in there. So anyways, that's kind of the goal here. That's kind of the goal, is just to have a long-term view on what is good and what is not good. Did I save that? I forgot. Hold on. Yes, I did. Drake Baldwin. So I'm not going to keep going, but I want you to understand you can sit here and find yourself a ton of value on NoVig, a ton of value on BetMGM, some of these other sites. For the most part on this show, I stick to the Prize Picks stuff and underdog stuff because people are obsessed with it and they love it. But if you're not on NoVig, you got to go take advantage. Use code DONUTS, DONUTS. It's active in, dozens of states. So a lot of you will have an opportunity, even if you do not have access to these recreational stateside books. So give it a look. And again, another plus 170 for NoVig here. Lead upside. Matt Olson for a single. The singles markets looks like you're just going to get a ton of opportunity here. Sheesh. Anthony Black under 13. This is one of the first. Well, here's another NBA play. Luke Kennard over 3.5 rebounds. Man. The 14.5 line. And this is what I was talking about for these being like alternate lines sometimes. So 14.5 on NoVig plus 104 best odds. Slide over to 13.5. This is an alternate line, and it is still plus EV. Crazy. So this is what I was talking about. Like, with this is an alt line. You're taking an alt under, y'all. But how often does this happen? Frequently. That guys can, under 10.5 rebounds, and you take the under 9.5, under 8.5, so on and so forth, and you can, a guy finishes with 5 boards. What's the difference of an alt under ladder versus an alt over ladder? People love strikeout ladders overs. People love rebound ladder over, assist ladder over. There's no difference. There's no difference. In fact, I'd probably say you probably get much more value on the under ladders, as you're not getting taxed out the wahoo. All right, so Sharp Money Radar, let's take a peek and see what we got this morning. Again, I talk about this each and every day. I have Prize Picks and Underdog selected. I actually have NHL selected. We'll leave it there. Longer than whale. Uncheck this, and you can see where all the money's going, the most money's going, and make your decisions. Some people will play plays like this. They'll say, all right, I see $1,000 at a minus 110 on Profit X. I don't mind taking it on Underdog. Bend the knee a little bit for a pick 'em app. 2-pick entry on Underdog at 1x multipliers comes out to a 3.5x payout, which is the best in the industry and the only place you should probably be playing it. So Jameson Talon, under 5.5 hits allowed. Do you want to run it? It's up to you. I personally, and I say this all the time, I want longer than whale odds, which means what I get is going to be better than what the whale gets. $981. Someone's backing this minus 130 for Carlos Cortez under 1.5 total bases. On Prize Picks, you can get this for a minus 118 for a 3-pick entry. Same here for better DFS. So like these types of plays are better. $1,000 liquidity, solid. I want more than that usually. Up to you. This is a beautiful one. Anytime you get Aaron Judge for over hits, 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. I bet on him 4 days ago. When the Yankees scored like 15 runs and he went 0 for 2 and got walked like 3 or 4 times. Since then, he's hit a home run in 3 straight games. So $1,000 was bet on him for a minus 120 to have 2+ hits, runs, RBIs. Again, here's your second Prize Picks play. You could bang that one in. Boom. We'll save another one to track. Now, unselect the longer than whale. And again, you're going to see many, many more plays. Some of them you got to be careful, like this one. About $1,000 has been bet on a minus 105. You're paying 13 cents worse for this Prize Picks play. Not my cup of tea, but some people don't mind it. And, similarly, down here, we're only getting $700 to track. Is it close to what the same odds are? Yeah, it is. I mean, it's very close. Gavin Williams under 4.5 hits allowed, minus 112. Do you want to bend the knee? Up to you. Not a lot of liquidity there. I mean, not enough for me to be like, yeah, run it. I love that play. Maybe if I saw this for like $3,000, then I'd be like, all right, listen, I'm just gonna tail the sharp money. Somebody's got a dope model, knows something I don't know, and has a better read than me. All right, let's move up to the DFS optimizer. And again, DFS optimizer, is it good? I mean, you tell me. This has been freaking awesome. Here's the DFS optimizer on Monday. All right. Here, let me filter it. DFS optimizer on Monday went 8-0. Oh my gosh. It went 8-0. These are underdog, and Prize Picks. So, yeesh, that's sick. And then some days, it's okay. And other days it's not. Let's check it out for all days. 178 and 115. Where's my calculator? Quick math. 178. All right, 178 divided by 293. That's the total. That's how you do your math of it. Just about a 61% success rate using the DFS optimizer. Are overs or unders better? Here's over 68 and 52. Why did I close out my calculator? That ain't a good. That's not a good win rate. But let's check at unders. I mean, this is the type of stuff I love to look at, honestly. So 110 divided by 173. Almost 64% of unders using the DFS optimizer on mysparryedge.com have won. The plays that I am selecting live on the show. So if you had been watching since day one of these live shows, 64%, rounding up, 63.5% of the plays I've made on this show for Underdog and Prize Picks have cashed. on the under. I guess that's the other specific thing. How about specifically underdog? 78 and 42. What's that? Oh my gosh. If you like underdog, 65% of the under selected have won. MLB is 10 and 11 to the under. NHL is 3 and 2. So basically, NBA unders, and I know this quick math, about 67%. NBA unders on the DFS optimizer. So, like, this is the type of stuff I love to do, and this is essentially why we have this app here that we've made that tracks. You know, I love to find trends within tools that I own and use. That's how do you get better, right? You find these things. So, knowing this, we've already got 3 selected, but knowing this, we could come. You know, think about it. We could come to. Hold on, before I do this, let me look at MLB overs versus. Overs are 11-5. So very small sample. 12 and 6 for NHL. How interesting. So overs for MLB have been better. Overs for NHL have been better. But NBA unders are king. I think we all knew that without even looking at it. NBA unders. So what we could do, I mean, let's say we removed MLB, removed NHL. We went to the label and we selected unders only. I'm going to remove the edge percentage. You'll have a few more plays. All right. So, oh my gosh. Like, you want an easy button, right? I mean, underdog, NBA, unders. And just right down the line. You can make two pick entries, left and right. Some of these are for the 30th. Some are for tonight. I'm telling you right now, I really try to make this product the easy button. And I'm going to show you one extra thing you can do when you pick these plays here. And this is a perfect example. Let me show you it now. And I've linked it right here if you want to check it out. This is my website. This all launched, DFS Optimer launch, March 11th. There's a current 33% grandfathered discount in there. So you sign up, you stay signed up, you keep that price tag despite this being $200 in the future. Right now, it's only $59.89, and you'll keep that price forever should you decide to keep it. Look, sharp odds. Not all books are created equal. Your FanDuels, your Circas, your Bet Onlines, Pennies of the world, Pinnacle of the world are much sharper and better than the Score, BetMGM, Hard Rock, as you're seeing some of these books be super soft and slow to adjust. So we calculate sharp odds based on the sport and the book, and then you're simply comparing that side of the line versus that side on Pick'em apps. That's it. No more, no less. Don't overthink it. It's different than the positive EV optimizer, which is devigging the entire line. All right. So if you see plus EV plays for underdog here, price picks here, these are actually absolutely elite because we have devigged the line and you're getting insane value. So like these are tremendous values. I can't even begin to tell you. But when you're looking for volume and you're looking to get some slips in here, ain't nothing wrong with using the DFS optimizers. I just showed you 65% of NBA unders have cashed on this show. One step further I like to do, not only do I want to see that it's great odds here, I want to compare it to FanDuel and be like a secondary decision maker, right? My decision tree. So under 8.5 rebounds, Joel Embiid, save, bang, love it. If I look at it and FanDuel is better than what the sharp odds are, that's where I start to slow down, you know, depending on how much better it is. If Pinnacle's odds are still worse, then okay, I'm still feeling pretty solid. Amen Thompson under 7.5 rebounds. I'm sure we're going to come across one that sucks. Let's find it. So here's another good one. Mikal Bridges under 8.5 points. That's tomorrow night. Can run that. FanDuel worse odds than the sharp odds. Fine. Let's find a bad one. We're going to keep going until we find a bad one. Pinnacle, nothing there for me. FanDuel still worse than these sharp odds. And this all, well, listen, we're just banking on unders cashing. This is an okay play. Under 9.5 points, Anthony Black. Bones Highland. How about this one? Another fine play. Penny is better in sharp odds. FanDuel worse. You just saw the odds change. The edge changed. Bones Highland under 11.5 points. Josh Hart under 11.5 points. This is a bad one. Sooner or later, we're going to find a bad one. There's another fine one. Bet Online, very sharp book. Better than this. Maybe touch and go under 11.5 points. Josh Hart started his career out there in LA. Let's see. FanDuel, Pinnacle, Paul George under 24.5 PRA. Plug. Luke Kennard under 19.5 PRA. Plug and play. I mean, these are just good plays. These are just good plays today. We already have a... So here's where I don't like to double dip. We have a Paul George play. We have a Josh Hart play. Probably don't want to bet on either. Okay, here we go. We found one. It took like 8 plays to find a bad one. Go back and pause the video if you need to get those plays in. I don't... I'm not slowing down. I'm just trying to feed the masses. Underdog, Jonathan Kuminga, under 12.5 points. So here's the deal. Minus 123 sharp odds. That's fine, right? The odds started like minus 130 at the beginning of the show. Or 10 cents worse. Only a 3.3% edge. I think the first few plays we did were like 8%. So not all plays are created equal. FanDuel, sharpest NBA prop book, has better odds than this sharp odds of minus 123. So even with the weighted average for this, the weighted calculation across multiple books, not all books, just the sharp ones, FanDuel's better odds. This is a stay away from me. When FanDuel, and there's no Pinnacle on the other side, when FanDuel is beating the sharp odds, and this is beating the sharp odds on a lower edge, I just fade them. They're just not playable for me. And that is how you come out to have a, 60, whatever it was, 67% win rate on the app. What else was I going to do? What's the overall win rate for all books to the under? It just makes me feel like NBA unders. My gosh. Hold on. Let's take a quick look. 193 divided by 293. 309. Yeah, so 62 point, round up to 5, 62.5% of all unders for NBA, regardless of what book we've used. This is Pinnacle, it's Novig, it's Prize Picks, it's Underdog, it's DraftKings, Better, all of these. 62% of one to the under. How about MLB real quick? 75 and 57 to the under. How about over? 42, 47 and 32. Small sample sizes. We need more MLB. NHL overs versus unders, similar. Small sample sizes. Anyways. Chad, what do y'all think? How are we feeling about all this stuff? Am I helping you today? Is this helpful? I would hope at this point, 63.5% win rate on these unders on NBA for Underdog that, you guys watch this show and you're just making bank with me. You come to mysprearedge.com. I'm telling you right now, just give it a look. Give it a look. I think it's worth. I think we are out there as one of the best in the industry for what we offer, which is literally everything. Player cards, player graphs, trends, interactive trends, EV optimizers. It's built for mobile, looks beautiful on PC as you're seeing me use today, but we actually built it for mobile, meaning it's a mobile web app. So if you hop on your cell phone and you go to mysprearedge.com in your browser, it behaves as if it's an app, but you don't have to download it. You can just use it on Chrome, Safari, whatever your browsers use. I don't even know what they use these days. Simulation betting models, freaking awesome. 10,000 sims. Odds board, you want to just straight up scan odds, by all means. DFS Pick'em Optimizer, which you just saw me use, and the Sharp Money Radar, which you saw me use before. We're following all the sharps. Come down here. Beautiful, beautiful. Quick FAQ. Join now, and you'll see it. Here it is. 33% off discount. This is limited. When the site has the parlay builder added, the predictions app added, the predictions tool we're building as well. A couple other ideas I have in my mind. When everything is on there, all added to the Sharp Edge, the limited time discount goes away. $59.99 goes to $89.99. But if you are a current member at that time, You are locked into $59.99, which means NFL rolls around, maybe it's $149.95 at that point, right? $149.95 NFL season. You, if you are an active member still and have not canceled, keep that $60. Should you cancel in June of 2027 and then come back in 2028 and the price is $300 then. Okay, you pay $300 to rejoin. Does that make sense? Same for the Essential Edge. As the price climbs, you're signed up here, you're locked in there. All right? So I cover that because I don't want people to be shocked when they come back and they're like, all right, I'm ready to join. And they come back and like the price is doubled or something. You know, I just don't want a 33% increase, right? When I'm ready for this. I just don't want it to be a shock, and people get upset about that stuff. Like, oh, you should have warned us. It's like, I'm going to try to warn you several times a week. Trends tool is pretty fun. It's up to you how you want to use it. Not everybody's a big fan of it. I think some people really enjoy it. For a hot minute there, I've had my team doing social media posts where they're looking at like hot unders, cold hitters, props that have been free, essentially, right? Last 15 games, here's a great example. Tyler Stevenson under 1.5 total bases is cashed in 14 of the last 15 games, 19 of 22 in the season. So you can find some hitters who have just been, not good, not good. And we post these lists on X mostly because we're just we just want people to see what's possible. And then you could do what you want with the information. But I mean, yesterday's post, I saw one of my social media managers do like a recap on the MySperry Edge Twitter or X. And let me see if I can find it. It's like, let me see if I can find it. It's so worth finding. I mean, what an account. Are you kidding me? Maybe I was looking at this. I'll just bring it up. Gave away 5 money line picks, 4-1. Parlay pieces yesterday, missed by 1. The top projection card, he does these cool graphics. Pretty freaking good. Only 4 losses over 4 days, so 20 plays. 16-4 free picks. A free pick here, cashed under 5.5 strikeouts, was the play of the day. Wow, I didn't even know that. It was the highest rated under for strikeouts. Just gave it away. I freaking love it. But anyways, you see these recaps on there. It's been amazing. Now, how did I get on that topic? What's up, Dr. J? Good to see you, buddy. It's an investment, and it's worth it. I can make more with it than without it. Can't deny. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for that. Do I use the trends tool to put together your parlay pieces sheets? Yep, that's how we make them. Here's how you do it. So I'll show you so you can do it on your own. Let's say you went to MLB and you went to hits and you clicked overs for the season. What you can do is if you're like, let me see the players over the last 10 games that have a hit in 100% of the games that they've played within the last 10 days. 3 guys. All right. Ozzie Albies has a hit in 10 straight, minimum 10 straight. This Vargas guy continues to rake. He has a hit in all 21 games this season. So, like, you want the parlay piece to run? There you go. If you're like, well, how about over the last 5 games? Well, now you'll have more because 5 games is a smaller sample size. And essentially what my team does is they just grab these lines, they quick copy paste and make some cool photos. And then you got yourself some high upside plays that you're essentially just having built for you and found for you. You're like, you don't have to do the research. Like, we will just, you'll see this, Arizona on the road. So you get top of the 9th upside. Should he get an opportunity? I don't know where he bats in the order. BetMGM single pick. If you want it for a straight, -185 everywhere else, quite juicy. So, probably just a parlay piece. Who's pitching for Milwaukee today? Sproat, Brandon Sproat. Hits allowed on the season 4, 4, 4, 4, and 6. So it doesn't look like he goes too deep into games. Maybe has a short leash. But that's how my team makes these for social media on the trends tool. So all those trends things, NBA, Assists 100%. All right, there you go. So 4.5. Marcus Smart has had over 4.5 for all 4 games of the playoffs. So I'll go to assists. There you go. And like for those cheat sheets, what they do is they'll like alt a line down like this. So like Marcus Smart on today's NBA parlay pieces potentially is there at 4+. Yeah, I mean, like I'm not even talking about it, right? It just kind of popped up. It just popped up on the tool. And like, how do you know? How do you sift through multiple sports and all these trends? How do you keep them on top of your head? You don't, right? It's like you kind of need software to do it. And that's what we've created. And that trends range, I mean, you can set it to 90%. How about unders? Who sucks? Queta for Boston has been under 1.5 assists in all 5 playoff games. Mikal Bridges has been under 2.5 assists in all 5 Jared Allen under. Let's look at their assist lines and their odds. I mean, this is what I'm saying. It's like, can you find some bangers here? I think so. Anyways, that trends tool is underutilized by me on the live show, but truly, part of it's because I just lean on the math, the money, and the models, right? I lean on the models. I lean on the math, which is the optimizers, and then I lean on the money where you follow the sharp money. All right. I'm getting sidetracked. We'll come back to the DFS optimizer real quick, too, at the end. I'm going to take away the under label. I just want to see what we got for overs today for the other sports. Let's leave MLB up and I guess NHL. No, I don't want to do NHL. I don't care enough. Let's see. MLB today. Gavin Williams over 5.5 strikeouts. Let's see. Is this good? Yep. FanDuel much worse than the sharp odds. Pinnacle there yet? We started to get MLB Pinnacle lines around 10 a.m. and it's 9:59 a.m. So I wouldn't be shocked if we start seeing some Pinnacle pop. But this is a fine option. I mean, 2.7%. It's smaller edge. But hey, in a pinch, there you go. You got to play. Now, the first 10 plays I gave you were unders for NBA. Let's do MLB overs, which seem to be slightly better. Oh, no, I have all labels. So this is an under. Here's an over. Matt Waldron. Let's see. Is it any good? No, not really. Same odds here for FanDuel as sharp odds pass. Cade Cavalli, under 4.5 strikeouts. Nope. All right. I feel like we've kind of, these are small edges. Not worth. Come back to it another time. NHL looked like it had a lot of good edge, though. Oh, my gosh. Okay. So I just got to be honest with you. Pinnacle minus 147. My gosh, that's good. They're really sharp for NHL props. Oh, my gosh. So I hate doing it because I have to manually, until my developer adds the stats API for NHL, which I've asked for, but I've also asked for a million other things to be done. It takes a minute, like here, I'll do 3. We'll do 4. Here's 4 picks. So you can do a couple 2-pick entries for NHL. Whoever this is, over 1.5 shots on goal, underdog. Whoever this is, over 1.5 shots on goal, underdog. I'm going to skip the unders. We'll just stick to overs. Whoever this is, same thing, over. And Cutter Gauthier, over 3.5 shots on goal. There you go. All right. Projections. I'm realizing, honestly, I'm 50 minutes into the show, and I've got another developer tagging me. I want to get to work. I want to get to work. I got things to do. I got money to make, people. I've got, picks to make. I'm going to be focusing a lot today on this specific category, which has gotten better and better since the tweak of the projections on like the 12th or whatever it was. 12th? Is it the 12th? Somewhere in there. I'll have to go back and look. 11th, 12th, 13th. I don't know. Somewhere in there. But it's been really good. Do what you want with this information. I'll do what I want with it as well. And hopefully we all can make some money together. MySparbyEdge.com. Oh, it's him sitting here giving away all the dubs for soccer. We got World Cup coming up this summer. I can't freaking wait. It's going to be awesome. MySpartyEdge.com, my friends. Grab that link. Give it a look. Give it a look. Get that discount in. And I will see you again tomorrow. I mean, what the heck? You ever want to join a tool? I'm your guy. No. You want to join a site with a full suite of betting tools? I will be here every day, Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern to support you. Never would want to join a product betting tool site if it didn't have a face actively showing the use of it daily. How else do you, like, you don't want to join something and then have no oversight other than like a Discord Q&A, right? I'm here for you. I'm going to be live on the show. I'm going to showcase it. And I'm not only going to showcase it, but you're going to see success on live shows out in, the public eye where you can't hide anything. Can't imagine a better experience as a user. Give it a look, mysparedge.com. I'll be back tomorrow morning. Thanks for watching today. Hit that like button on your way out, and I'll see you in the morning, my friends. Let's get paid.